And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the special bonus Black Friday live stream where we are covering the absolute best Black Friday deals and promotions available on cell phone plans, giving you unlimited data at insane prices, and some of the latest phones, including the iPhone 17 Pro Max, Pixel 10 Pro, and Galaxy S25 Ultra, or whatever device you have in mind and you want to check out. We've got to welcome some amazing people in the chat here. We've got Aaron Joseph here. Leo is here. Great to see you. Jeremy is here. Relentless is here. Great to see you in the chat. Sky is here. Mossy is here. AT Shields. Hello, hello. We have so many people joining the stream today. Great to see you all. Lunvo, great to see you. Gabriel, what is good? Gabriel has 2 pairs of socks on. I like that. He is equipped, ready for those deals that will knock your socks off. You got to come prepared for these things. You got to have your second pair of socks ready to go. We've got Elsel, welcome. Great to have you here. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. We got Lonely Islands, welcome. Hello, hello. Dang, AT Shields already sharing. Verizon is offering the Galaxy Fold for $1,200 off. They're also offering that for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So, hello, hello. Marco, great to see you in the chat today. Nikhil, let's go. I like it. I'm here for that. Yash is here. What's good? I think we're good. It's Black Friday. Everything's on sale. It's awesome. So, yeah, I think, should we dive in? I put together a little a keynote presentation. It was for an actual video. It probably will be still used for an actual video. But I just thought it was kind of interesting. And maybe I can kind of start with that. Colby's here. Great to see you. Austin Tech, hello. Welcome. Talk about Visible. They have both service and the new Pro Max for around $60 total, Visible Plus, and the phone, promo code Switch26. Yeah, it is insane. AT Shields, I give up on the chat ranking. Yeah, it's hard. It's tough competition out there. What is Visible doing? Wow, we've got so many great things going on today. Let's start with a recap. All right, what is going on in the deal space? We got to start with the big guys, and then we got to go bring in some of the little guys as well. So the big carriers, Black Friday. What is Black Friday about? It's all about giving consumers the best deal. Or is it? Maybe it's just about making a whole lot of money, getting people to switch carriers. Either way, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, they basically have a fire sale on the latest devices. And this can be a great option. So let's quickly bomb through these deals and get to what I think is most interesting, which is the math. How does it all shake out? Are these good? Are these bad? What is actually a good deal for you? Now, I did a poll on Twitter. I asked you, what is most important to you? Is it the net monthly price? Is it saving the most amount of money possible? Is it something else? And a lot of you just said it's saving the most amount of money possible. So we're going to make sure we do that today. Let's start with the big guys. What are the big carriers doing? So AT&T, everything's on sale. iPhone Air, less than $3 a month. iPhone 17 Pro for $0. That's $1,100 off when you're trading in an iPhone in any condition. It does have to be an iPhone 14 Pro Max or higher. I'm sure they've got some Android deals that, look, Z Flip 7 on us. $1,800 when you buy all 3, a watch, phone, and tablet. Pixel 10 Pro XL for free. iPhone 17 Pro Max, $1,100 off. We've got that Z Fold for up to $1,100 off, and the S25 Ultra for $1,100 off. So AT&T is cooking. They're giving everything out up to $1,100 off. We love to see it. Verizon. Verizon is also going all out. We kind of covered this on Monday this week. iPhone 17 Pro Max, iPad, and Apple Watch Series 11 all on us. No trade-in required. You've just got to switch to Verizon and then activate on one of the eligible unlimited plans. And of course, you do need to get a service plan for the iPad and watch, which is an added cost. And they're doing this for iPhone users. For Samsung Galaxy users, you can get that S25 Ultra watch and tab all on Verizon. Same with the Pixel 10 Pro XL watch and tablet. You can get a Verizon $200 e-gift card, and this is online only. And this is with the purchase of a smartphone and a new line on my plan. So very cool to see that. They're also doling out iPhones like it's candy on Halloween. iPhone 17, get it on us. 17 Pro, get it on us. S25 Plus, get it on us. I guess you can get a TV on them as well if you're interested. Moto Razr, on us. $75 off a Gizmo watch. Boom. All right, Verizon's got some great deals. And we will dive into the math very soon. T-Mobile, similar story. $18.99 on our best Apple bundle. It seems like the carriers are into bundles this year. Into bundles, $1,899 off the phone, watch, tablet, home internet savings, Ultimate Pro, iPhone 17 Pro on us, iPhone 17 on us, iPhone 17 on us again, S25. I mean, everything it's on sale. It's ready for a new deal. But I think the question is, like, are these deals worth it, right? And we're going to be covering that. We are going to be covering that in just a moment. We've got some fan favorites here. Mint Mobile, right? They're doing their Black Friday sale. 50% off all of their unlimited plans. That means the 3-month unlimited plan is just $15 a month. The 6-month unlimited plan, $15 a month. And the 12-month unlimited plan, $15 per month. This is one of the best options on the T-Mobile network. We've got Visible. They have been crushing it. Deals left, right, and center. 50% off Visible Plus Pro, $225 in savings. iPhone 14 on us. You activate on the Visible Plus Pro annual plan. Use code BLUEDEAL and you're getting yourself a free iPhone 14. You can get yourself a free Google Pixel 10. And this is when you activate on that Visible Plus Pro annual plan. You can try Visible for 15 days free. Make sure this is with a new number or something completely separate, though, because my understanding is often if you do a free trial, then sometimes you are not eligible for the new customer promotions because, well, you would already be an existing customer. And you can get an Apple Watch SE on us with any new iPhone. This is for new members only. We're adding that iPhone. And, of course, we have the legends themselves, US Mobile. They just launched the most insane deal I have ever seen. It is the 6-7 deal where you can get the unlimited premium plan. Wait a minute. While supplies last, is US Mobile like, are you guys planning to run out of a digital phone plan? Either way, drops the price from $390 upfront to $167 for your first year for one line. Gives you unlimited high-speed data, 50 gigs of hotspot, and 20 gigs of international data in 180 supported destinations. There are some limits here, all right? So you've got to bring your own phone number. You got to port that into US Mobile. The line must be activated within 30 days of purchase, and it must stay on the Lightspeed network. Thankfully, the multi-network add-on is 50% off. So if you activate on Lightspeed, you can go ahead and sign up with the multi-network add-on for $45 and get a secondary network on on Verizon or AT&T as well. So that's another great option. And I guess we got to give Xfinity Mobile a shout. I was just checking out their site. They're doing some insane deals. $400 off an iPhone with no trade-in needed. I think they've got up to $1,000 off. Get an unlimited mobile plan included for a year with your internet. $300 on Apple Watch. They've got, just a bunch of deals, a bunch of awesome deals. So the real question, like, are these deals worth it? Now, as you guys know, I'm more of an iPhone user, so forgive me, but I used an iPhone as an example. Gabriel, I like that. You should do a poll and see what network people vote for, the big three. That is curious. What are you switching for? What are you switching to? What are you switching from? We'll start a poll, and we'll do what network do you vote for? How about that? Say AT&T, T-Mobile, add option, Verizon. Boom. That is now cooking, so you can go ahead and vote Oh my gosh. Ryan saying, turns out you can't port out and then port back in. I've been on US Mobile for 30 days prior to purchasing the plan. I ended up getting a new phone number. I have 5 numbers now. Hey, that is still less than 30, and I think I have hit the 30 mark, which is insane. We've got Concaeus saying, I got the Pixel 10 Pro XL from Mint, and I love it. Yeah, Mint was doing some, honestly, really good device promos as well. All right, let's just quickly dive in. Anyone getting audio fade in and out? I certainly hope not. Let me check the audio settings quickly. Make sure that everything is good on. Yeah, so I mean, the settings are configured correctly on my end. I can bump the audio just a little bit, make it a little louder. And yeah, let's dive in. G. Paryani, forgive me, I do not recall your comment on the previous stream right now, so feel free to leave another comment. All right, audio is good. Let's dive in. The real question is, all these deals are available. Are they worth it? Are they a good deal for you, the consumer? Like, what is the actual best option? So let's go ahead and bring up the presentation. I think you guys are gonna like this. So first, during my research, I discovered there are 2 deals that are not worth it, okay? And those deals are, oh, hang on, wait a minute. You guys are seeing the non-full screen version of the presentation, which is undesirable. We want the full screen version of the presentation. Bam. All right, the 2 deals that I discovered that are not worth it are T-Mobile and Verizon's $1,100 off promotions. Now, you might be thinking, well, $1,100 off, this is like the most we've ever seen the carriers offer. Like, isn't that a good deal? Like, how could this be a bad deal? And it turns out, in order to get the $1,100 off promotional credit for new and existing customers, you need to be on the carrier's most expensive plan. So that's going to be T-Mobile Experience Beyond, $105.29 a month, and Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, $96.85 per month for a single line. That makes your 3-year total $3,889 on T-Mobile, $3,586 on Verizon. And there are better deals available, and I know this because I crunched the numbers. So check it out. This is Verizon. And forgive the formatting here. Let me actually see if I can... oh, yeah, perfect. Actually, wait a minute. I'll just quickly duplicate that one, and then... Okay, perfect. Play. And let's add this back to the stream. So on Verizon, they have one insane deal for new customers. And it is the $1,200 off the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is for new lines, no trade-in required. You're switching to Verizon. And surprisingly, this is available on Unlimited Plus. So you can sign up for Verizon's mid-tier plan, Unlimited Plus, and take advantage of this promotion. An absolutely insane value. If you're an existing Verizon customer, you have your 3 options. The $1,100 off promotion we just covered. Now take a look at this. $3,586 versus the mid-tier offer. Only $830 off, but it only requires that Unlimited Plus plan. The plan difference, about $10 less per month. And it turns out over the course of 36 months, where you have to be a Verizon customer to get that full $830 or $1,100 off promotional credit, you end up saving money. You save about $100 by going with this mid-tier offer. You also have their sort of entry-level offer. This is for unlimited welcome customers. That's what I was seeing. $360 off the iPhone 17 Pro Max, trading in an iPhone 14 Pro Max or higher, $3,404 per month. Or excuse me, over the course of 3 years, not per month. That would be insane. So you can kind of see on Verizon, you know, despite the headlining offer being $1,100 off, that ends up being the most expensive option. Now, you guys said you were most interested in saving the most money. And so if I were in your shoes, I'd probably consider Verizon's mid-tier offer, $830 off, or their entry-level offer for unlimited welcome. Next, T-Mobile. Again, this is two insane offers for new customers switching to T-Mobile. $1,100 off. When you switch, no trade-in required. You do have to go with that Experience Beyond plan. Kind of expensive, $3,500 over 3 years. If you wanted to go with a mid-tier plan, this is actually a better value. Again, saving you around $250-ish over the course of 3 years. $830 off that iPhone 17 Pro Max. When you switch, no trade-in required. This is with the Experience More plan, about $15 less per month just on that phone service there. Now, T-Mobile, their term is 24 months, but to make it so you can compare all of the deals, I opted to do that 3-year total. So that's what you're seeing here. Next up, we have T-Mobile deals for existing customers, new or existing. You got to trade in that iPhone 13 Pro or higher. It actually looks like it drops down to the 12 Pro for the mid-tier and sort of low-end deals. But $1,100 off if you're on Experience Beyond, up to $830 off if you're on Experience More, and then $300 off if you're on Essentials, Magenta Max, Go 5G, or any of the legacy plans. And you can kind of see how these prices shake out. Surprisingly, being on the Essentials plan ends up being the most affordable option just because of how affordable a single line of Essentials is. So despite the lack of trade-in credit, your net 3-year total is going to be significantly less on Essentials. What is that? Probably $300 plus over the course of 3 years. That's not bad. That's not bad. Next, we've got a couple offers from Boost and Xfinity. And you can see, by the way, these prices, $3,200, $3,600, $3,800. You check out Boost Mobile, Xfinity Mobile, we're in the 2000s now, okay? Boost Mobile offering $830 off the iPhone 17 Pro Max. No trade-in required here. You just have to sign up for that Infinite Access for iPhone plan. 36-month financing agreement. 3-year total, $2,417. Xfinity Mobile, they are doing up to $1,100 off. I was surprised to see this. New and existing customers, you do have to trade in an iPhone 14 Pro or higher, and you have to be on the unlimited premium plan. That comes out to around $56 a month after taxes and fees. This is technically, they do 24-month agreements, but still, just to make things fair, we're comparing 3-year totals, $2,115. That is insane. Now, we do have some people sun-kissed saying, oh, I thought Xfinity was deprioritized. It turns out Xfinity Mobile now offers premium data on the Verizon network, so that is really awesome to see. We're going to keep flying through a couple deals here. We've got our fan favorite Mint, right? The 50% off unlimited plan, $1,825. That is insane. And the reason, like how we're getting this price is we're assuming you have that iPhone 14 Pro Max to trade in. You trade that into Apple, you get $360 of trade-in credit. You get your iPhone, you go to Mint Mobile, and the plan is just so much more affordable, $32.67 a month. Your net 3-year total, $1,825. That is insane. Red Pocket, they are doing an offer, $150 off the iPhone 17 Pro Max. New lines, no trade-in required. You just have to sign up for unlimited premium on the monthly option. Phone is locked to Red Pocket for 12 months, so worth keeping that in mind. 3-year total, $2,277. Not bad at all. Red Pocket has another offer. If you sign up with the annual plan, you get 2 months of free service. And surprisingly, no discount on the phone here, but the net 3-year total ends up being less than the offer that gives you a discount on the phone. And we've got 2 more, US Mobile and then Visible. So US Mobile, we have their Screamin' deal, 57% off, unlimited premium. This is with that code BF67. Insane. This has to be a new line. You do have to port that number in, but there's no device trade-in. So you can trade in your phone to Apple, buy your iPhone, then go to US Mobile. You're going to be looking at $1,776 as your 3-year total here. That is crazy. Next offer, $71 off, unlimited starter. $1,938. That's awesome. And $91 off unlimited premium. This is on the Darkstar or the Warp networks. And so that'll be Verizon or AT&T coverage. $2,278. Awesome, awesome plans and values. Last up, we got Visible. They have their Switch 26 promo. Again, superb value. Visible base, $1,943. Visible Plus, you want something a little bit more premium, $2,225. And they also have 50% off Visible Plus Pro. This is the best plan Visible offers, and it comes with a free watch line, which is great, $2,324. Worth pointing out that Visible's Switch 26 promo, that is a month-to-month plan. So if you don't like Visible for whatever reason, you can switch at any time you want to. And of course, you're buying that iPhone from Apple, so it's unlocked. You're free to leave whenever you want. But yeah, the 3-year totals here are so cheap. And to kind of, make this even more interactive, I just put together some pricing and some options for you guys so you can really see how these deals stack up and how they compare based on how many lines you have. So for the AT&T network, all right, you're looking at US Mobile, you're looking at Red Pocket, you're looking at Boost Mobile, and of course going with AT&T directly. Now, AT&T, we saw on their website, right, that the $1,100 off promotions, the free phones that they were giving out like candy bars on Halloween. Well, it turns out when you do the math out for a single line, US Mobile is going to be your most affordable option, okay? Total discount here is going to be, what was it? It was like $70, $71 off unlimited starter, okay? Oops, sorry, we jumped around. We have to go to AT&T. Yeah, one line, perfect. $71 off unlimited starter, and then you're getting $360 of device trade-in credit when you trade in through Apple. 3-year total, just over $1,500. Red Pocket, both great options, closer to $1,800 and $1,900 respectively. And then US Mobile, if you want to upgrade to their unlimited premium plan, that's where you're hitting about $1,900 for that 3-year total. But compared to AT&T directly, you are saving yourself over $1,000. In some cases, over $1,500 by going with some of these prepaid carriers. That's only one line, though. 2 lines, well, 2 lines, it's exactly the same situation, so we can breeze through that. 3 lines, things switch up. Boost Mobile basically becomes more expensive because Boost Mobile does not offer any multi-line discounts. But again, if you have 3 lines, you are saving yourself the most money by buying the phone from Apple, doing that trade-in directly through Apple, going with US Mobile, going with Red Pocket, or going with US Mobile. So really great options there. 4 lines is where things switch around. Now, you're an AT&T, you're on an AT&T family plan, you're getting the multi-line discount. The cost of your service drops to a more reasonable level, and it's the second most affordable option. Oops, sorry about that. Second most affordable option. So US Mobile still in the number 1 spot. That's with their US Mobile Unlimited Starter Plan, and I can pull that up and we can take a look at the details in a moment. Fantastic plan, fantastic value. I would probably opt for that personally because you get way more freedom and flexibility, switch plans whenever you want, get cheaper international roaming eSIMs, as opposed to having to pay AT&T $12 a day while traveling abroad. But still, we got to give AT&T credit. Their 4-line pricing is more reasonable here. $6,400. This is for the whole family. I just added it all up. Is your net 3-year total. So honestly, not too bad. And surprisingly, that's going to be cheaper than Red Pocket and cheaper than US Mobile's unlimited premium plan. So if you want something like a great mid-tier option is going to be, I didn't put the plan name here, but the mid-tier one is going to be AT&T Unlimited Extra EL. Seems like a great value, great plan, features and perks. Really good value there. Let's go ahead. Let's pop over to the T-Mobile network, and very similar story. You can see US Mobile, Mint Mobile, and Metro are offering the most affordable discounts for a single line. $1,500 to, we'll call it just under $2,000. Literally $1,200 in savings, $1,500 in savings, $1,800 in savings compared to T-Mobile on the different deals. And again, I want to point out, T-Mobile's $300 off promo is the most affordable one. And that's just because you're getting the unlimited starter plan, the unlimited essentials plan, and the plan cost is so affordable, $65 a month. That's how you're getting the savings there. When we bump over to 2 lines, exact same order. 3 lines, this is where T-Mobile offers their 3rd line free promo, and you can see that one of their offers for new customers bumped up. This is when you get $830 off when you switch, no trade-in required. Still, you're saving a good amount of money by going with US Mobile, going with Mint Mobile, even looking at Metro there. What is that? I guess a couple $100, $300, maybe $200, $270, $280 over the course of 3 years. Maybe it's not a lot, but definitely worth considering if you're trying to save the absolute most amount of money. Popping over to 4 lines, this is where things change around completely. The best offer on the T-Mobile network for 4 lines is going to be the T-Mobile Essentials offer. So T-Mobile Essentials 4-line offer, you're getting 4 iPhone 17s is what they advertise. I think you could potentially use that for the 17 Pro Max. Don't quote me on that. But no trade-in required. 4 new phones, 4 lines on Essentials, $4,358. That is insane. That is a fantastic deal. We also have US Mobile with their Super $199 promotion. Still very affordable. T-Mobile with their new customer promo. And yeah, I mean, honestly, the existing customer promos from T-Mobile, they're still all the way at the bottom. So if you got 4 lines on T-Mobile and you're an existing customer, like, it is more affordable to go with US Mobile, to go with Mint Mobile, and to look at those options. Now, this would potentially change depending on how frequently you like to upgrade your device, but I think that is worth pointing out. Verizon Network, I mean, you've seen this story play out before. If you've got a single line, you're just saving thousands and thousands of dollars by going with the prepaid carriers, US Mobile, Visible, even Xfinity Mobile, fantastic deal. 2 lines, Xfinity Mobile bumps up, couple things switch around. Still, US Mobile, Visible are the most affordable. I would easily look at that. And these are like, again, $2,000 in savings at least over 3 years. That is nuts. 3 lines, we suddenly have Verizon's $1,200 off promotion for new customers jumping up. This is an insane deal, and got to give Verizon credit for going all out on this one. That said, you can still save yourself, what is that, around $600, $700 by going with Visible, or $700 over 3 years by going with US Mobile. 4 lines, and all of a sudden Verizon's $1,200 off promo is in the most affordable spot, so shout out to Verizon for doing that. That is an insane offer for families. US Mobile and Visible, not too far behind, about $400, $500 more expensive, depending on what you're looking at. Xfinity Mobile, we got to give a shout out to them. Great offer for families as well. And then, I mean, yeah, otherwise, all of Verizon's other offers are kind of in the bottom here. They're the most expensive, which is nuts, which is crazy. So that was the presentation for you, just to give you an overview of the landscape. This is for buying that new iPhone 17 Pro Max. Of course, if you want a different device, I'm sure a lot of it will stay true, but I was just using that 17 Pro Max as an example here. And yeah, and I do want to show you one more thing, and then I do see a super chat I will dive into. The thing I wanted to show you is this. You might be wondering, like, where are all these numbers coming from? How is Stetson calculating this? What is he just making things up? Well, oops, let me go ahead and share the screen. That one, and done. Yes, window, share. Pow. I made a massive spreadsheet for you guys, and we're going to post this in the comments right now so you can take a look. And basically, if you just go in, click that calculator calculator icon, group by lines, and you can see exactly how things are shaking out. Now, I was filtering this by network, so let me just go ahead and do that. And you can see all the networks here, and just sort from A to Z, that 3-year total. You can see exactly how all the different deals and discounts on the different carriers stack up. And really, all I was doing for this is I was saying, hey, this is the plan name or the deal name. Here's how many lines you have to have. Here is the net total discount from either on the device or the service. Here is if you're trading into Apple or selling your phone yourself, how much credit you would get from that. Your total plan costs in the cost per line, and then your net 3-year total. So very simple to calculate. I also throw in, what trading device you needed to have, and tried to note that, but that can change, so worth checking yourself. All right, let's go. Yeah, Stetson spreadsheet, me, ears perk. Yeah, that's right, Tommy. This is another epic spreadsheet. I'm really happy with this one. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to try and calculate this, And I think it really is just this simple, right? Where you figure out your cost per line, you multiply that by 36 months to get your 3 years of service total. You take your device cost, which is off screen over here. You subtract any discount you're getting. You subtract any trade-in or your self-credit you might be getting. And you just multiply that by how many lines you have. And boom, Bob's your uncle. So pretty simple and I think effective way to calculate things. Now we do have a super chat we gotta address. Sid Ahmed, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I appreciate you. Stetson, I loved the AT&T Value Plus plan at $41 a month for a deprioritized plan. Should I switch to a cheaper MVNO plan or stay with AT&T postpaid? That is a fantastic question, and we're going to answer that for you right now. So what is the AT&T Value Plus plan? So it turns out Value Plus is sort of this lesser known plan that AT&T offers. When you go to the AT&T site, you actually have to click on this button here, Other Plans. This is going to bring up the age 55 plus plan, the Value Plus plan, and the 4 gig plan. Now, these aren't necessarily bad plans. However, Sid, I do feel like you can get a better value for your money, okay? And to show you exactly what I mean, let me pull up best phone plans here, pop over to plan comparison, and we're going to put in AT&T Value Plus, and we're going to be able to grab that, add to compare. Now, worth noting on the AT&T site, they were showing that price with 4 lines. That's how come it was lower. So we'll call it $51 is really that total price. And oh, what do you know? That's what you see on the best phone plan site. When it comes down to getting a good value on AT&T, one of my top picks right now, it turns out, is US Mobile. And I know the audience is probably sick of hearing me say this because, you know, I'm a broken record. I've been pulling up US Mobile every stream. The reason is they really are incredibly, incredibly affordable. So let's pull up a monthly plan, US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, get that added. And let's do the other unlimited plan that just launched is the Red Pocket Unlimited plan. This is going to be, wait for it. Oh, maybe it's not Red Pocket Unlimited. Let's do Red Pocket. And it is Unlimited Premium AT&T. Perfect. This one is interesting, and we'll talk about it. So let's go ahead, compare plans now. And so this should hopefully help answer your question and help you figure out, you know, which plan is going to be the best option for you. But I think you could save a couple $100 per year simply by switching. And so you may, you know, it may be worth doing that. The system's working hard right now. We're going to give it a beat. And let me pop over to the live chat, see what you guys going. Blaze Bullet, best value is going off grid. You know, that is more affordable. Here we go. Here's the full comparison. So all of these offer coverage on the AT&T network. When you're looking at pricing, Value Plus, $51 a month. Do I have estimated taxes here? $57 after estimated taxes and fees. And Sid, I'd be curious if that resonates with you, if that's about what you're paying. Red Pocket's going to be about $34, US Mobile $25 flat. So what's the difference between these plans? Well, AT&T Value Plus, unlimited high-speed data that's deprioritized. All right, take a look at Red Pocket here. 50 gigs of high speed before unlimited at 150 megabits per second. Might as well be truly unlimited. And interesting with Red Pocket, I have heard this is priority data. I have not confirmed it yet because the line that I signed up for failed to activate, but I'll be working on confirming that soon. 10 gigs of hotspot. I got to update the card to say that. 4K video streaming. I should actually double check that. That sounds too good to be true. Really great plan. US Mobile, unlimited, deprioritized, 20 gigs of hotspot and 4K streaming. So already you're getting either the same deprioritized data or you're getting potentially slightly better data with Red Pocket. You're getting, instead of no hotspot, 10 gigs or 20 gigs of hotspot. And instead of 480p video streaming, you're upping that to 4K on either of the other plans. And let's not mention price. You're already saving by switching, let's say at least $20 a month here, probably closer to $25 a month here. So this would be, what is that? 25 times 12, $300 per year in savings with US Mobile. Let's call it $240 per year in savings with Red Pocket. When it comes to watch and tablet support, not supported on AT&T with that specific plan. You can add a tablet line on Red Pocket. It'll just work in tablets. Same deal with US Mobile. International features, Red Pocket actually the best here. Free international calling to over 80 countries, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and you get 10 gigs of free roaming in over 60 countries. AT&T will give them credit where credit is due. They do have unlimited roaming in Canada and Mexico. Unfortunately, you are paying extra for international calling. And again, you're stuck with that $12 a day international roaming add-on. US Mobile, they do offer and support international features. Honestly, a little bit more on the expensive side here. $3 for international calls isn't too bad, but the international add-ons, $15 for 1 gig, is a little bit more expensive than I'd like to see. But of course, you can get better plans from US Mobile that include roaming. So, Sid, if I were in your shoes, personally, I would seriously consider switching to either US Mobile or Red Pocket. I think both of these are going to be fantastic plans. If you're more of an international traveler, you're probably going to want to look at the Red Pocket option. That includes the international data. It's probably going to be a great fit for you. If you're someone who just wants to save the most amount of money possible, I think US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star is going to be a really good fit. So I hope that's helpful. We got Mark joining. Mark saying, good evening, Stetson, joining late. Belated happy Thanksgiving from Iowa. Mark, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And for all 261 of you watching right now, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday and enjoyed a delicious meal. Yeah. Mark Jackson, 7879, really spitting the truth here. The best value is always to have your own device, bring it to a carrier. Best Fed is prepaid. Is Fed the word? Is prepaid to leave and get the best deal. The deals on your own terms. Yeah, I agree with that. Here we go. V, looking for the best deal on Z Fold 7 or S25 Ultra or 17 Pro. I have FirstNet and T-Mobile Go 5G next. Military, 4 lines and $165 per month. Also, I have iPhone 13 and S25 Edge that is tradable. All right, let's see if we can get this knocked out. So, honestly, I'm just going to use the spreadsheet because I think that's the best way to go about this. And, wow, there's so many options here. Like, what do we do? First, let's go ahead. Let's exit the view so I can just manually enter stuff. Should we do, I guess we already have the options. Well, maybe we don't have the options. For 4 lines, do all 4 lines have the iPhone 13 and S25 Edge? Yeah, Prefer FirstNet. All right, so let's say you stick with FirstNet. I'm actually unfamiliar. Does FirstNet offer deals? So FirstNet, let's see if they are offering, okay, $800 a line to break your contract. Should we do offers? Okay, we have plans. All right, this is probably perfect. Up to $1,100 off the Galaxy S25 Edge and S25 Ultra. Should we just use this as an example? Eligible trade-in, any condition. Okay, perfect. Let's use that, $1,100 off. So $1,100 off, 4 lines. The discount is going to be $1,100. The trade in yourself, you're not going to get any credit for that because you're trading in the device to FirstNet. Cost per line, I'm going to use your pricing. FirstNet military, actually, because it sounds like you're giving T-Mobile Go 5G. Is that right? Let me just check the pricing that I have for FirstNet and see if I've got 4 lines here. It looks like I do not. I'm going to assume, let's just call it 45 a line. That seems like a reasonable rate. Pop that in. 45. 3-year total. Bam. Done. And then this is going to be network AT&T. Required plan. FirstNet. Cool. And then the new phone cost. Gosh, what does a S25 Ultra go for? So if we look at the Ultra, $1,300. Is that right, or is AT&T making it up? I never know with them sometimes. All right, we want mobile, Galaxy phone. And we want that S25 Ultra. Jeez, what is going on? Already $400 in savings? Learn more. Okay, I guess buy now. Okay. Where's the deal coming from? Save $560. Okay. $440 off. Up to $700 instant trade-in credit. $400 off without trade-in. So we're already getting a deal? That's nuts. That is nuts. All right, let's say we're trading in an S25 Edge. Yes. Samsung S. Ooh, I guess we can't do the S25 series. Well, maybe we can do an iPhone 13. This is so tricky. Oh, we have to go back. Sorry, that's on me. iPhone 13. How is it organized? There it is. $160. Measly. But it'll stack, I guess. Wait. $440 off without trade-in is a better offer. No additional coverage. One-time payment. You save $280. No, wait, let's remove the trade-in. Edit. No, my device, brand, Samsung, can't close. No trade-in, there we go. It's just $400 off. If you don't do a trade-in through Samsung, that's nuts. $860 for a flagship S25 Ultra? Holy smokes. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the thing is, though, if you want to stick with FirstNet, you're still going to get a better deal through FirstNet. Anyway, I don't think I really answered my question because AT&T says, oh, I guess, yeah, 1,300 and then 1,300. So 1,299 was the original. Because the thing is, AT&T or FirstNet, they will sell it at the full price, the full retail here. All right. I think that's it. I think that's good to go. What was our net? 7,200. All right. Should we do T-Mobile? See what T-Mobile has going? T-Mobile Galaxy S25 Ultra. Bam. Are they doing $0? 9 promotions. $1,000 off. Experience Beyond or go 5G next. All right, cool. We'll do that. And then they're also saying $1,300. Cool. 4 lines. $1,100 off. Oops, that's $11,000 off. That would be awesome. No trading credit. Cost per line. Let's go ahead and find T-Mobile. Let's actually amend this. Oh, here we go. T-Mobile Experience Beyond. And then where is Experience Beyond? Here we go. Cost per line for 4 lines. Perfect. Bam. A little bit of math. Holy smokes. Oh, it's because I haven't added the retail price. That's why. Bam. Done. All right. I'm going to call this an answer so we can move on and get some more people. But V. Gerasimov. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Looks like going with FirstNet is probably going to be your best option, right? 1,000. So more. Actually, this is actually $1,000 off. More trading credit, lower cost per line based on my assumption. So about over $2,000 over the course of 3 years in savings, assuming you're doing this for all 4 lines. So probably worth looking into. If you wanted to save even more money, right, you could snag consider a plan from US Mobile or Red Pocket, and you could do unlimited starter Dark Star. If you wanted to, you could do, if you did monthly, let me just do this for you. US Mobile Dark Star monthly. Okay. This literally has 4 lines. Discount will be $0. Trade it in yourself. You'll be able to just trade in and sell all your phones yourself and get credit for that. So I'll estimate $500. That seems pretty reasonable for 4 lines. Cost per line is just going to be $25. We'll add in that 3-year total. This is going to be on the AT&T network, US Mobile, unlimited starter monthly. And that new device cost, I guess it's just going to be what Samsung is listing it for. $860 we'll round up. Because that's all you're paying and no trade-in required. Boom. $5,040, okay? So this is, yeah, that's nuts. That's an extra, that is over $4,000 in savings compared to T-Mobile, and just around $2,200 compared to AT&T FirstNet. Again, this is, this is with the family plan. This is with 4 lines. You're looking at totals over 3 years, so that's why these numbers are really high. Your net monthly payment, probably would be, well, I guess it'd be different because US Mobile would be $100 a month for 4 lines versus 45 times 4 based on my estimate, but $180. So that's really where the savings are, is in that monthly plan. It's sneaky. It's sneaky. And I imagine you can probably do something similar with that Ultra. So let's block, shop, Z Fold 7. What do we have cooking here? Double the storage. It looks like $600 off without trade-in. That's crazy. Yeah, $1,400. So you could also look at that. $1,400. And wait, this will be super easy. If we just duplicate this, well, I guess we can't duplicate it. We just have to copy and paste. Copy, paste. And we're making the same assumptions as before. This time the phone is $1,400 and $7,200. So it would be about the same going with US Mobile as it would be going with FirstNet. Same price, except instead of getting the S25 Ultra, you would get 4 lines of that Z Fold 7. So that's nuts. That is nuts. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. We got some super chats coming in, so let's go ahead and address those. Boom. Sid, thanks to you, I use a deprioritized plan with a VPN. That's the way to do it. So a VPN, for those of you curious, enables full 4K video streaming on any plan from any carrier. I absolutely love that. And I don't think a deprioritized plan, I don't think it really matters. You're not going to notice it. You're going to notice the savings way more than you're going to notice the deprioritization. That is what I will say. So Sid, I'm so happy to hear that you were saving money. Mark, I guess that's like a face. Mark D_D. Hey, family is trying to switch from Verizon to T-Mobile. 8 lines. Do the winners for 4 lines still win at 8? Do I do T-Mobile Essentials? Sorry. That's a great question, Mark. And it kind of depends on how frequently you like to upgrade the devices on, I guess, on your account. And I actually think I have a sheet for that. Cheapest way to get an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Yeah, perfect. This is it. So I did a video on the cheapest way to get an iPhone 17 Pro Max, and I can go ahead and share this in the chat as well. So let me just hang on. So I think when I do this, my email gets exposed, and I don't really want to do that. So done. Perfect. And here's the link for you. You can go ahead and check this out. I unfortunately do not have 8 lines. Turns out 8 lines is a little bit less common, but we still have some good data to work with here. So if we go to 5 lines, this is what I was looking at. 5 lines, and I'm just going to hide the comment mark so we can take a look. 5 lines upgrading every year. You're looking at AT&T is the most affordable, and then T-Mobile Experience Beyond is the most affordable from T-Mobile if you are upgrading every single year. However, if you like to upgrade every 2 years, then it's going to change. And it's going to change to 5 lines. T-Mobile Essentials will be in the number 1 spot, and then T-Mobile Experience Beyond in that number 2 spot. Honestly, I would probably lean towards Experience Beyond. If you're upgrading every 2 years, you're getting way more plan features and perks that Essentials does not include, and I think it would be a net positive experience. If you're upgrading every 3 years, which is, I think, a little bit more common, let's take a look. Again, this is only 5 lines. T-Mobile Essentials still in the most affordable spot, and for 5 lines, $640 per line per year. So honestly, not bad. I'd go Experience More. Experience More $676 per line per year. So it's going to be more expensive, undeniably more expensive, but you are getting a bunch of extra perks. And I think if you're going with T-Mobile Direct, you're going to want to go with Experience More. That's my take. It is going to be more expensive, but I think it's worth it. So if we just hit up T-Mobile's website, they actually do a pretty good job analyzing the difference between the plans. So unfortunately, like we can do 5 lines. Wait, also, average price per line is $40. What the heck? How are they doing that? I'm paying for T-Mobile right now with 5 lines. No joke, $50 a line after all taxes and fees. And I'm on Experience More. I'm not even balling out on Experience Beyond. Like, this is expensive. The only thing bringing it down is this outlier right here, the Essentials plan. Anyway, we got to compare these plans. So let's go ahead and... I don't want that. I just want to compare. Where's the option to compare? See more plans? Can I compare the plans? Hold on. Hang on, sorry. Pick your plan. Great. Selected. Select plan. Compare all benefits. There we go. It's that tiny little button. So if you're looking at Experience More, which is what I think will likely be the best overall value for you, versus Essentials, what are you getting? 5-year price guarantee, that's BS. T-Satellite not included. Did they remove it? They did remove it from Experience More. That's a bit of a bummer. Probably not going to need that, though. Talk and text unlimited, premium data. Worth noting, you get actual genuine priority data, QCI 6 on Experience More. Essentials, the last time I tested it, it was QCI 7. I expect nothing has changed. In fact, I think nothing has changed. Mobile hotspot, you're going from literally unusable hotspot data, no joke, unlimited at 3G speeds, 600 kilobits per second. That is way too slow to be usable. Don't recommend it. If you want any hotspot at all, you're going to want to go with Experience More. So I think that would push me over immediately. 5G is included, Wi-Fi calling, perfect. Phone upgrades, you're upgrading every 2 years, getting the best promos available. That's not included on Essentials. And, even despite that, right, you still get the $300 off. I think that's what I said for T-Mobile Essentials. Total credits. This is actually likely trading in that 14 Pro Max to Apple. Apple will give you $400. But still, you can, there's ways to get deals still on Essentials. And then new T-Mobile customers and existing customers get the same great phone deals. You get that with Experience More. Entertainment, this is where I personally get a lot of value. Netflix with ads on Us. Love to see that. Apple TV Plus included. Absolutely love to see that. I've been watching Pluribus recently. Incredible show. And you're going from 480p quality streaming to 4K streaming. That is super nice. Worth noting, you got to enable this from your account settings, though, because it's 480p by default. International travel, you're also getting actual usable data, right? 128 kilobit per second speeds, not usable. This, 15 gigs of high-speed data in Canada and Mexico. Awesome. 5 gigs and over 215 supported destinations. Awesome. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. Awesome. That adds up. Probably my second favorite perk of T-Mobile. A year AAA. I would probably use that. And then unlimited international texting from home. Perfect. And they've got some other stuff in here. But yeah, I think bottom line, Experience More, high probability of being your best overall value when we're talking about plan features and overall perks. Now, it is possible that the Experience Beyond plan could be a better value, but this is only if every line on your account is upgrading devices every single year. All right, so that's what I got. Mark, I hope that is helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions on that. If you run the numbers, you might save money doing like a Mint Mobile thing, right? Because Mint is just insanely affordable with their promo right now. Where is this? Sorry, let's pull that up, right? $15 a month for your first year and then $30 a month for unlimited. Not a bad offer, but each line will need its own Mint Mobile account. You're paying in bulk. That's probably going to add up for 8 lines. So if I'm in your shoes, I'm probably looking at something month to month. Maybe that's US Mobile. I mean, US Mobile's Black Friday deal is technically on the T-Mobile network. Where did that go? I have too many tabs open now. My solution, open a new tab. This unlimited premium offer is technically on the T-Mobile network, and it's super easy to manage multiple lines from your account. So that could be a good experience. But I think, honestly, T-Mobile for 8 lines, it's not going to be bad. It's probably going to be a really good value. And based on what I was seeing for 5 lines, T-Mobile experienced more. Oh, hang on. It was good. Can I undo that? What happened? It was a good overall value. So, Mark, I hope that is helpful, and let me know if you have any follow-ups on that. Travis, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I appreciate you. Hi, Stetson, longtime viewer, 4th-time commenter. Travis, I think you have lost track of your comment countings, but I appreciate it. Have you ever heard of Coverage Map? And if so, do you have any thoughts on it? I, for one, like it. Yeah, Coverage Map, absolutely incredible. For those of you who haven't heard of this or seen this or somehow missed the little banner that's been sticky to you the whole time, is an awesome site for comparing crowdsourced cellular coverage data. Let me just pull this up here. Perfect. This is it. CoverageMap.com is a crowdsourced map of cellular coverage. Right now, we're looking at AT&T's best download speeds. You can see this all across the United States. Super, super cool. We can zoom into I don't know, do we have anyone from New York in the chat right now? But you can zoom into New York, right? Densely populated area, and you can just see the exact speeds people are getting on the AT&T network. We're looking at best download now. You can look at average, see what average performance is like. And you can also do the median speeds as well. And we have this for all the networks: AT&T, Boost Mobile, Verizon, T-Mobile. T-Mobile just blanketing New York and Jersey really fast, really excellent network over there, which is incredible. And this is median speeds, right? If we look at best speeds, and it's just like screaming fast. So, yeah, awesome site. And we also have just a coverage analysis tool. So if you want to check, what network is best in your area, you just enter your state, city, county, or zip code. I happen to be in something called Boulder County, Colorado, and pop into Boulder County, boom, instant comparison. You can see AT&T has the most coverage, 75.7%, but the slowest speeds, 28.5 megabits per second for the median download. T-Mobile, less coverage, but the fastest median speeds. And Verizon, kind of a mix, 65.5% coverage, 51.3%. 51.3 megabits per second for those median speeds. And you get a bunch of more information here. The coverage breakdown, good, great, poor, and no reception, as well as those median download and upload speeds. So, yeah, I'm a big fan. Travis, thank you so much for the question. I appreciate you. If you're interested, check this out, coveragemap.com. Really, really cool. We've got a free mobile app for iPhone and Android. That's actually, I think, rated pretty well. 4.7 stars, right? So I can rate it, but I can only rate it once. And this is 710 ratings. So I appreciate all 710 of you who have rated this and given us some great feedback. So I'll go ahead and drop a link to this in the chat if you're interested in checking it out. And you should see a video description. There's a bunch of stuff in the video description as well that will likely help you out as well. All right, we got another super chat from Green. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Why does the iPhone 17 Pro have the millimeter wave antenna window cutout, but the iPhone 17 doesn't have it? Does that mean it doesn't support millimeter wave? US model. Yeah, great question, Green. It turns out the base iPhone 17 does have millimeter wave. Let me go ahead and verify this. Actually, I'm just going to Google it. I'm 99% sure. Boom. All right, we got an AI summary saying the words I want to hear. Yes, the base iPhone 17 supports millimeter wave, but only in the United States. I think they're either not doing a cutout because they're like, we don't need a cutout anymore, or they're still putting it behind like the camera control button or something, right? Like, I mean, think about it. Think about it, Green. This is an iPhone 16 right here. Still supports millimeter wave, doesn't have the cutout, but it does have camera control. So my guess is either they're not using a cutout for millimeter wave on the base models because it's the base model, doesn't really need that same kind of pro performance, and it's also using the same design that they've been using before. So I think it's either not needed, or I actually think they moved it to like behind the glass, if I remember the iFixit teardown correctly. I was going to say it was behind, because it used to be over here behind like the camera control, but I actually think it's like in here behind the glass, and they're just, you know, they don't care as much. Whereas the Pro models, you get that little pill cutout at the top. So I think Pro, Apple is just like, yo, we need the best performance in here, fastest speed, best cellular capabilities. So that's how come they added the cutout. And the base models, I think they were saving money, cutting costs, and didn't feel like they needed to do it. So there you go. All right, what do we have in the chat? Tommy, how do you feel about AirDrop compatibility coming to Pixel 10 series? I think this is fantastic. Being able to AirDrop files from your phone to your computer is phenomenal. Why would Google do this? I think Google, right, was focusing on this because who is the biggest demographic of buyers of the Google Pixel? It turns out it is iPhone users. It is not Samsung users. Samsung users, if they're on Android, they're like, yo, Android is awesome. Samsung has tons of great features and functionality. I'm going to stick with Samsung. And so a lot of Samsung users tend to stick with Samsung. iPhone users, on the other hand, they actually have a chance of switching to Android. And when they're looking at Android, they see the Pixel phone as the quote-unquote iPhone of the Android world. You're getting that stock Google software experience, very little bloat, nothing skinned like crazy as you might see on some other devices, just that pure Google experience. The problem, though, is iPhone users will typically often be Mac users. I mean, you're looking at one right here. We are live streaming on the Mac laptop. So being able to have AirDrop kind of bridges this compatibility gap where, you know, an iPhone, you'd be like, oh, you know, I get a file on my iPhone, someone texts me something, I can just send it, AirDrop it to my Mac. Without that capability on Pixel, you needed a workaround. I personally have a, a Signal messaging chat with myself, and I just chat myself things that I need between devices. But with AirDrop, I can get something or find something on my Pixel and just AirDrop it to my Mac. Absolutely incredible. I think that is fantastic. It is definitely geared towards iPhone users to try and get more iPhone users to, at the very least, consider the Pixel, right? Like, you see a headline, AirDrop supported on Pixel, you're like, oh, like, that's cool. Maybe I should get a Pixel. Then you read about the other built-in AI features and cool software perks that this has, and it's got a lot of really nice software features. It could get some iPhone users. So I think that is why they focused on that, and I think it's wonderful to see. Yeah, iPhone Air not supporting millimeter wave. It's true. It's true. It doesn't support millimeter wave. My hot take, I don't think phones need millimeter wave. I said it. That's my hot take. I think that millimeter wave is best suited for fixed wireless home internet. I don't think you need it on a mobile device. My hot take, I think C-band is enough. And I'd be curious to see if you guys agree or disagree. All right, we were running a poll for a while. T-Mobile looks like, what network do you vote for? T-Mobile is winning the poll, so potentially a lot of T-Mobile customers watching the stream right now. But very interesting to see. If you guys have another poll suggestion, let me know. Maybe what device you're looking at. There you go. Google is a straight up G. They do start with G. Oh no, I am so sorry. I did not mean to start that. iPhone 17 Pro gets a dedicated external receiver. That is nuts. That is nuts. What is the AT&T iPhone Air for less than $3 a month Black Friday promo about? Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. Let's take a deep dive. So AT&T iPhone Air. Oops, let's spell Air correctly. Bam. Let's see deals and prices. So the deal is, well, you're getting it for $3 a month. How do you get it for $3 a month? Here we go. Get the new iPhone Air for less than $3 a month. Save when you order online. No trade-in required. The price is after an additional $200 in credits for new customer lines only. Interesting. No trade-in required. Price after additional $200 in credits for new customer lines only. So if you're adding a line, that's when you're going to be eligible for that $3 a month discount. If you do not add a line, then it will be, yeah, so it includes additional $5.56 bill credits over 36 months. So let's go ahead and do $5.56 plus the $2.43. You're looking at $7.99 a month, it looks like, is the regular promo. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we're seeing offer details here. No trade-in, but you have to purchase on an installment plan and add a line. Okay, so if you want to do that, boom, you're getting it. Let's go ahead, see what else they have cooking for us. Apple Watch SE, we don't want that. Save $100. Okay, we don't want that. $800 off if you break your contract. Yeah, weird. It looks like they're giving you extra credit if you add a line, but they don't seem to indicate I guess if you don't add a line, then it's $8 a month, I guess. All right, purchase an iPhone Air, activate on a... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it looks like you're getting, wow, just a weird $712 in bill credits. It's basically $8 a month if you're an existing customer. Purchase the iPhone Air on a financing agreement, activate on postpaid eligible service. That's all AT&T plans. $8 a month. No trade-in required, which is crazy. And if you add a new line, then you're getting the additional promo credit. Okay, that's not bad at all. So, I mean, should we do the math out? Like, is it worth it? How many lines, Mussy? That's the question. That is the question. I mean, this would probably fall into the, if we do one line. And it would be what? $7 a month? What's the total? The total credit that you're getting is going to be about $20 a month. Hang on. 27.78 minus 7.99, 1979 times 36 months. Yeah, $712. Perfect. So total credit is going to be $712. If you have a device that you can trade in, I'll say you have a 14 Pro Max, so $370. Lines, let's just do one line for now. We're going to need the AT&T. Should we do the mid-tier plan? We'll do the mid-tier plan. Actually, we can do starter. Why not? Keep it as affordable as possible. Bam, 3-year total. Bam, network, AT&T. And wait, before you guys freak out on that total, the phone cost is $999. Boom. $2,500. And this is with AT&T Unlimited Starter. Let's go ahead and sort by lines. Actually, no, we can group by lines. Sort by 3-year total. Where does it slot in? AT&T iPhone Air. I mean, you'll still save money for a single line going with all the other options, I think. I was using that Pro Max as an example, but without redoing any of the calculations, I think it's pretty safe to say if you go with US Mobile, Visible, Red Pocket, any of those, buy the phone outright, you're going to be saving money. If you have 4 lines on AT&T, then it's a different story. Then you'll probably save money with AT&T. But yeah, not a bad deal. So I hope that helps. Interesting also that AT&T is doing, right, the iPhone 17 Pro is completely free, but the iPhone Air is $8, right? Well, if you add a line, it'll be $243, but if you don't add a line, right, it'll be $8 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Thoughts on the S25 Edge from US Mobile? Oh, that'll be a screaming deal. Yeah, check this out. So usmobile.com, they are doing deals on devices as well. So if you go to shop, they have deals on Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro XL, Galaxy S25 Edge, and the Pixel 10 Pro. S25 Edge is nuts. So you'll get this for $600. See details. Here we go. Oh my gosh, $500 with the purchase of an annual plan. So you can actually stack this, $400 off with a plan purchase optional, or $500 off for existing customers. That's nuts. You can actually stack the $499 off with the purchase of the annual plan that is currently on sale. The unlimited premium plan with the 6-7 deal. That's just absurdly good. Absurdly good. The phone will be locked to US Mobile for 3 months, so worth keeping that in mind. But yeah, fantastic deal. Fantastic deal. I actually did this for my Pixel 10 Pro. Where is that? Actually, I have that right here. Funny enough. Pixel 10 Pro, purchased it from US Mobile, bought it with an annual plan. The net cost was probably like, I don't know, $800. And I got the phone and a year of service. So I was pretty stoked on that. And the deal is even better. So yeah, Noah, this is a superb value for both existing US Mobile customers and for new customers who are just looking at this. How much is the multi-network add-on in US Mobile for the 6-7 deal? Fantastic question. The multi-network add-on is currently on sale right now, and it is 50% off. Let me see if I can show you that. So it'll be $45 for this. So you can grab the deal for $167, and for $45 extra, what is that? 167 plus 45, $212. You can get unlimited premium with the multi-network add-on. So unlimited on T-Mobile, and then 100 gigs of shared multi-network data. I like the Verizon network, so that's probably what I would do. $212. Like, that is insane. That is insane. Let me see if I can show that to you. I'm just going to sign in quickly here. Enter my password. And we're in dashboard. So my light speed, my watch, if we go to my light speed and I click add network, let's see. Annual, so normally it's $90 for 12 months, but you can get it for 50% off, which would take it down to $45. Let me see if I can actually show you that. Continue. Yeah, okay, wait. Hang on. I think I found a workaround. The problem is there we go. Perfect. It shows my address in the checkout screen, and I like you guys. You guys are awesome, but like super not trying to show that on the stream, if you know what I mean. All right. Yeah, perfect. This was my hack. I just edited the HTML and deleted the address. So perfect. This is the multi-network add-on. Check out unlimited premium multi-network add-on, 12 months. The promotion drops it down to $45. And because I am already in the billing cycle, I have 9 months remaining. They're actually prorating it. So I would only pay $34 to add 100 gigs of shared multi-network usage to my plan. So that is fantastic to see. And this would be exactly what you sign up for. So let's say you sign up for the, where did it go? Well, we'll just make a new tab. You sign up for the 6-7 promotion, right? The 6-7 deal. You get unlimited premium for $167. You would then be able to literally go into your US Mobile account and purchase that multi-network add-on for $45. And you'd get 2 months free, I believe. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. No Edge, Go Plus. I kind of agree with that. I do think the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus is going to be a little bit better of a value than that Edge, just in terms of the phone performance and capabilities. But the fact you can get it from US Mobile for such a good deal is, yeah, it really makes it worth it. And it is worth noting, right, that they're only offering the promo on the Edge. The regular S25 Plus is not available for the promotion, unfortunately. So, yeah, I would, if you want a Samsung phone, this is a freakishly good deal on a Samsung phone. I think Mint also sells Samsung devices, but I don't know if they offer any deals on them. Let's see. Phones, Samsung phones. Any promotions? Oh, no, I don't want to get an offer. No thanks. Galaxy S25 Plus, $450 off. And you compare that with a year of Mint Mobile service for 50% off. So this will be another great value. And again, you just want to use a spreadsheet, handy dandy spreadsheet like this, pop in the full cost of the device. There's going to be no trade-in, so you could sell your old phone yourself, how much that would be, the regular cost per line, and you'll get your 3-year total, and as you know, enter the full cost of the phone as well. So yeah, really good value. Michael is saying, anytime you get reimbursed in bill credits, it's fool's gold. The reason they offer these deals and look great on paper, but 3 years on one postpaid carrier might as well be a prison sentence. It is true. You are paying out the wazoo to be on that plan, to be financing that phone. It is a quote-unquote free phone that's actually just baked into the cost of your plan. Is Google Fi legit fast? Their deals are sweet. Yeah, Google Fi is fast. They run on T-Mobile, and they offer priority, which is cool. Let's see, Google Fi. Pop this up. Holy smokes. Look at this website, everybody. They're going all out. Black Friday. $800 off any Pixel 10 phone plus a Pixel Watch 4 on us. That is with bill credits, though. That is with bill credits. You got to keep that in mind. That's the same thing. You're going to be trapped in. Is it worth it? You got to run the numbers. You got to run the numbers. I am excited to run the numbers on this. They are advertising, of course. This is where things get tricky. They're advertising 50% off, but this is when you bring a phone, right? And so in order to get the $800 of credit, you have to actually buy a plan at the full price, I believe. So for all new lines. So you cannot both get a phone and bring your own device. So the plan will be more expensive. I don't think it's going to be worth it. That's my hot take. Also, really funny to see that Google is also doing $400 off the Galaxy S25 Edge with bill credits. Nuts. I'd argue US Mobile's promo is better because they say instantly. Wait, how is this? Oh, wait. $400 off instantly, and then the remaining is back over 24 monthly bill credits. I wonder if you just get it for free. Is that what that means? Very curious. Very curious. Anyway, Google Fi, they do have some offers, but you got to do the math out. You got to do the math out. S25 Edge, $300 off, unlocked at Best Buy. Boom. There you go. That's probably the move. That is probably the move. Personally, I would do US Mobile, or I would do, that's probably all I would do. Or I'd do Best Buy. Or just straight from Samsung. I think Samsung's probably doing off promo on that, right? Another Samsung tab opened up. Shop Mobile. I guess we have to do mobile. No, Shop Mobile. Galaxy smartphone. There we go. Pop this on the stream. S25 Edge. Buy. It looks like they're not. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Yeah. No discount from Samsung Direct, so Best Buy is probably going to be your best option. We got Michael saying Pixel 8 Pro is $300 on Amazon renewed. It still is going to get another 5 years of support. Has telephoto, I think, more ergonomic design, physical SIM, and the Tensor GPU. I'm assuming the Mali GPU is Tensor is what you mean. More compatible drivers versus PowerVR. Maybe it is actually the GPU for graphics and stuff. But yeah, Pixel 8 Pro, fantastic, fantastic deal. What about a Pixel deal at Visible, good or not? Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out. So Visible, what are they doing? They're doing a Pixel 10 on us. Oh, This is actually the perfect, this is why you have to do the math out, all right? We're going to bring the spreadsheet up, and we're going to do these Pixel 10 deals so we can figure out which one is best. First, let's ungroup by lines, and let's do visible Pixel 10 deal. One line, oops, sorry about that. One line, what is the discount? What is the discount? So Pixel 10 on us, and if we pop over to the Google store, which I have misplaced, we can use the Google Fi store, all phones, Pixel 10, regular price $800. So we'll do $799. The discount will be $799. You don't need to trade anything in, so you can trade something in. What should we use for that? You know, I have been an iPhone user, so I've always been using iPhones. 3-year-old Pixel phone, what do you think that goes for? Swap, what was that, Pixel 7? Because they're on Pixel 10 right now. $159. Oof, that's a bummer. Let's say for some reason you sold it for $225. Multiply that by 0.87 to account for shipping, taxes, and fees. $195. Let's say you get $190 for it. That actually seems, you know, reasonable-ish. That's wild. Plan cost per line. For Visible Plus Pro, where is the promotion? You have to do the annual plan. Visible Plus Pro annual is going to be $37.50 a month. Okay, so we do the full price there. 3-year total. Network, Verizon, required plan. Visible Plus Pro annual, and then the phone is $799. So again, what the formula is doing, it's adding in that full device cost with 3 years of service, and then it's subtracting the 2 discounts right there. So we have our visible Pixel 10 deal. What is the other Pixel 10 deal? I guess we have US Mobile, right? And Mint Mobile. So both of these will be one line. The discount, ooh. US Mobile Pixel 10 is going to be, view details, see details. I'm going to say, should we say $449 off with an annual plan? I'm going to say you're buying an annual plan. So that is the US Mobile discount. Again, I guess the annual plan is also on discount. Right? I guess it kind of depends what specific discount you want. Like, do you want the, I guess this one's not currently on promo. Do you want this one? Like, should we stack it? That might be like too generous, but what is it? I think it's like, so $32.50 times, it's $390 minus the $167, $223. So if you were to stack this with US Mobile's plan, 449, hang on, 449 plus 223, 672. That's your total discount. Plan cost per line, again, we do the regular price here, which is going to be $32.50 a month. Trade in, sell yourself, we're saying $190. We're going to get our 3-year total. This is going to be on the T-Mobile network. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Annual. Oh, Unlimited Premium Lightspeed Annual. I have space in there. And then the phone is still $799 MSRP. So bam, very similar. What is that? $53 difference between Visible and US Mobile. Visible, debatably getting a bit better of a plan with the free smartwatch included, coverage on Verizon. Like, those are some nice perks. Those are some nice perks. All right, what does Mint have cooking for us? Mint, we pop over here. We were looking at Samsung phones. Let's say we want a Google phone. We're going to see the Pixel 10, $450 off, and we're getting a year of unlimited for $180. So total discount is going to be $450 plus $180, $630. All right, $630. Trading yourself, we're still saying $190 credit. Plan cost, it's going to be $32.61 after taxes and fees, give or take. We'll get our 3-year total going on, and then we'll add in our regular device cost. So Mint actually kind of in between, $1,153, a little bit more than US Mobile, a little bit less than Visible. And that's also on the T-Mobile network. Oops. There you go. So there you have it. I mean, looking at this based on our numbers, and I mean, you can factor in or factor out the trade-in yourself because it's the same for all of them, so it'd be a wash. But yeah, looking at the plan cost and the actual promotional credit you're getting, US Mobile will be that most affordable option with our current Black Friday deal. Visible, is it a good deal? Yeah, it seems like it's a great deal. I mean, realistically, over 3 years to have a $53 difference, that's nothing. So it really comes down, what network has the best coverage in your area? What network do you want? What are you looking for? So that's what I would say. Plus, you can double the Pixel 10 memory on Visible for $100 more. That seems really good. Were we seeing that for the other providers? Let's go ahead and check because I'm now curious. So Pixel 10. Yeah, US Mobile is just doing, let's hide the details, the 128 gig model, okay? So if you want more storage, US Mobile is not for you. Mint, they do have the 256 gig model, and that costs also $100 more, $349 to $449. It just depends on the color, though. Oh, that's great. They have the blue one in stock, the indigo. Obsidian, lemongrass. Lemongrass, I don't think is the move. That's my personal preference. Indigo, you can bump that up for $100 more. Still going to be a great option. Still going to be a great option. So depending on what you need, you can bump that Pixel 10 memory on Visible. You can bump it up on Mint Mobile and get the extra storage space you need. Clementine simply sharing, hey everyone, hope your Thanksgiving was amazing. Clementine, appreciate you. I hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful as well. Also, $700 off for the XL on Mint. That is really good. I think we also talked about this last time. Mint's deal on the Pixel 10 Pro makes it better than the Pixel 10. So if we do phones, Google phones, Pixel 10 Pro, $475 off. Maybe it's not, $524. Wait, does it not show the price? It just shows the discount. $529, $704, $704. $679. Wait, that's crazy. The Pixel 10 Pro XL. Oh, I'm looking at this and you can't even see it. The Pixel 10 Pro XL is cheaper than the Pixel 10 Pro. Look at that price, $704, $679. You're paying a premium now for a small phone. Ridiculous, ridiculous. G. Pagani, my 1118 comment was an interesting suggestion. If you could please load it up. TLDR, your math assumes everyone in a family is upgrading, but different family members may have different preferences. Yes, that is true. That is absolutely correct. The solution for that is to do a little bit of manual work yourself until I build something, but no promises, right? If you go over to the Google Sheet, that has the full breakdown based on how frequently you like to upgrade. And I'm just going to temporarily hide the comments so we can see this, right? If you like to upgrade every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, right? What's the best option? What you would do is, conveniently for you, I list the price out in cost per year, and it is cost per line per year. So I should probably change that. Granted, if I change it here, I'll have to change it on all of them. So I don't forget that. I'm telling you, it is cost per line per year. So what you would want to do is say, all right, I have 2 lines that upgrade every 3 years. So you'd go down, so say you have 4 lines total, 2 of them upgrade every 2 years. So you'd say, all right, great. We're going to have, if you're looking at experience more, that would be, well, I guess T-Mobile is a bad example because you can't mix and match. Let's do maybe like AT&T. You can throw those 2 lines on unlimited starter, $516 per line per year. And then you got 2 lines that upgrade every year. And you go to 4 lines, unlimited starter with Except Anytime. Maybe you want these lines to be on unlimited extra, $717 per line per year. And so you kind of have to mix and match a little bit based on the plans that you're looking at, but you can tally them up, right? So 717, oh shoot, my bad. And then that times 2, bam. And let's go ahead and grab here, 4 lines, 2 on starter, right? Come in here, slap that down, pop this down, equals sum, boom. There is your total per line, well, I guess per account per year at that point. And you just, with a little bit of math, you can kind of figure it out. So hopefully that's best. That's helpful. Ferris, so what's the best Pixel Pro deal? Oh, that's a fantastic question. Should we do that? So we just did the Pixel 10. Let's do Pixel 10 Pro. Mint. Do you want Pro XL or do you want just the regular? In the meantime, wait, Ferris. I don't care if it's XL or not. Okay. Yeah, well, we can math it out quickly. Yeah, 128 is criminal. That's crazy. 128 used to be insanely big. You remember that? So good. Someone was asking about Visible. A paid service you can offer there. Yeah, I'm super down for that. Or you can spend $700 on a phone on Swappa. That is another point. That's another fair point. Cool username USA. I got an offer from Verizon for a free Pixel 10 Pro or an XL for $100 with no trade-in, but that is a line I got for free, so it might not be a good offer. Yeah, it depends how many lines you have and how frequently you upgrade. My general consensus from looking at all the data that we kind of looked at earlier, and I'll pull this up. So you're on Verizon. This is perfect, actually. Play, and I'll pop it over here. And if I just do this, this, oh, maybe I can add multiple screens. So this is what we were looking at earlier. The math is all done out for a iPhone 17 Pro Max. However, similar math will likely apply to a Pixel 10 Pro. And you can see for 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, basically 1, 2, and 3 lines, all of the prepaid carriers are substantially more affordable. We're talking $1,500 more affordable or more, depending on what plans you're comparing. 1, 2, and 3 lines. When you get to 4 lines, Verizon does have a promo for new customers, but even then, the existing customer promos, they're more expensive than just going with the prepaid carriers. US Mobile, Visible, Visible Plus, 50% off Visible Plus Pro. So, like, it might not be a bad deal. I do think it's worth doing the math out. That's what I'll say. So I hope that's helpful. Oh, hang on. Boom. Interim Bliss. Stetson, is the Visible Plus Pro deal the best and cheapest service plan that currently includes use of the 5G UW band? It turns out most Verizon plans, maybe I shouldn't say that, a lot of Verizon plans do include 5G UW. Visible Plus includes 5G UW. Visible Plus Pro includes it. US Mobile Unlimited Premium includes it. Pretty much all US Mobile Unlimited Starter includes it. So there are different options. I will say Visible Plus Pro, that offer is so good right now that it is probably the plan you should pick. Yeah. And again, that is add screen. Bam. That is this one, 50% off Visible Plus Pro using promo code Black Friday 50. Only available for, what is that? Maybe 12 more days or something. So definitely worth getting that if you haven't already. That is going to be a limited time offer and a really good plan to consider. All right, yeah, Ferris, let's do this. Let's find you the best Pixel 10 Pro deal. So we'll do we'll do Mint Mobile. Oh no. Get out of here. Escape. Oh no. Do you guys see this? Oh, this is the worst. My least favorite thing about being a computer user is when you accidentally trigger a keyboard shortcut and don't know how to get out of it. So that's what I've done here. We've got this. Okay, can I click OK? What is happening? Oh, I triggered my PDF download extension. Awesome. Awesome. That is not what I wanted. Bam. Let's go back to it. Back to it. Like I was saying, Ferris, this is for you. Mint Mobile Pixel 10 Pro deal. Let's actually hang on. We'll make this an XL because that might be a better offer. It is $700 off. Perfect. And it'll be $180, so it'll be $880. Okay, and that's the phone and the service. Ferris, what do you have right now? Do you have anything you can trade in? We'll assume $0 trade in for you. Cost is going to be that $32.61. 3-year total. We will add that, but it's not going to be perfect yet. Bam. And the new device costs, let's figure out what that is. $13.79. Is that right? Oh, no, they're saying 1,100. Okay, interesting. Yeah, 1,199. So I'll enter that. I think that seems more reasonable. $1,199. Bam, we have our mint total. Let's say, gosh, I don't know if you'll find anything better than that. Let's see, like US Mobile, Pixel 10 deal. Oh, 10 Pro deal. Do they have one? Pixel 10 Pro XL, $599. Pixel 10 Pro. Oh, shoot, they're also making the XL a better value. So let's say you do, well, this is sold out completely, so forget that. What we can do for US Mobile, though, is we'll say US Mobile plus Swappa. Okay, plus Swappa. One line. Should we figure out what it is? Pixel 10, oh gosh, Pro XL. I was going to try and sell mine at some point. I gotta just, future Stetson is like, the holiday season is not the time to buy. It's the time to buy phones. It's not the time to sell phones. 790, good condition. I'm gonna say $800. I think you can grab one. Oh, even less, 780. Mint condition, 778. So good, so good. Wait, I'm curious. Sorry, we appear to have full screened that. Back market. I'm just curious to see what they have. Can they beat 778? Pixel 10 Pro XL. Wait, I just clicked on locked Verizon. Not what we want. Not what we want. Abort, abort. Unlocked, 820. So you'll save about $836. $50 by going with Swappa. 778. Let's add that in. So it'll be $1,199 minus $778 for $421 in savings. And we're going to take $421. We're going to add in the 221? 222? I'm going to say, was it 221? $228. $228 in savings for $649 in total savings. We'll do 0 there. The plan cost is $32.50. We'll pop this down. It's still going to be T-Mobile. It's going to be US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed Annual. And the phone was $1,199. So, yeah, you can see Mint. Mint is better than US Mobile, and US Mobile is probably one of the most affordable alternatives right now. So for the new Pixel, I think Mint will be the best deal. And then for Visible, I guess we have the Pixel 10 on Visible, but I don't think you can, like, this is just the Pixel 10, right? Versus the 10 Pro. So I guess if you want the Pixel 10, that'll be better than the 10 Pro deals that we were seeing from Mint and US Mobile. So Ferris, I hope that's helpful. If I were in your shoes, kind of tricky to say. I like the Pro. I like the telephoto camera. You could potentially consider saving even more money with a gently used Pixel 9 Pro. And if you look at that, the savings are insane. Unlocked, $566 for a good condition. We have Mint, $574. So that's another $200 in savings, give or take. $200 would drop this down to $1,520. you're still getting a better deal with Visible or US Mobile with that base Pixel 10. So worth considering. Worth considering. All right, we have a super chat coming in. Insane for Danity Kane 3. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. I'm lost on the US Mobile plan to pick. I have AT&T, $53 a month. I stream shows and music daily, but I also have Wi-Fi at home. Worried about deprioritized data, zip code 19140. Thinking of Darkstar, but have an iPhone. All right, so good news. iPhone shouldn't be too much of a factor here. The biggest thing is going to be coverage and data speeds in your area. So let's go ahead and figure out what's going to be best for you. To do this, I'm pulling up that coverage map website. Again, this is free. We have a free mobile app. People seem to really like it. Hard to beat free, right? For this, let's go ahead and pop in your zip code here. It is going to be 19140, 19140. Based on what Trevor said before, I was going to guess Philadelphia. That does make sense. Does make sense. All right. Man. Crazy. 100% coverage across the board. AT&T with the fastest median download speeds, 248 megabits per second. T-Mobile in second, 241.3 megabits per second. Verizon in third, 101.7 megabits per second. Reliability, 10 out of 10 for AT&T, 9.7 out of 10 for Verizon, 5.2 out of 10 for T-Mobile. I do think if I were in your shoes, AT&T likely going to be the best network. Probably can't go wrong, but I would lean a little bit more towards AT&T. If we check coverage here, basically all green across the board. Yeah, that's nuts. We look at upload speeds. T-Mobile better up. Ooh, AT&T has better upload than Verizon. Do you see that? Better upload than Verizon. I think that is actually worthy of making AT&T, I think, probably the top choice from a data speed perspective. Coverage seemed pretty equal. Let's go ahead and just, let me just launch the map here, because I can't remember if it'll zoom to my location or not. All right, perfect. We're still in New York, so we're good. Let's go to Pennsylvania. So it was 19140, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Zooming in here. I'm just going to go ahead and looks like the data is pretty sparse, so I'm not going to cheat, but I will chunk up to the 1 kilometer size just to give us, a little bit more of a fuller look map here. Zooming in, T-Mobile medium speeds, best download, looking fantastic. We were kind of expecting that. If we pop over to Verizon, it is looking really good, especially in this downtown Philly area. Looks like millimeter wave, actually. That's crazy. Let's actually go ahead and pop this into average, see what the average performance is like. Perhaps some more variability on the Verizon network. We have this huge section over here where average speed, we're looking at average download speeds between 1 and 16 megabits per second. What's best? All right, a couple have peaked, but seems like this might be a weaker area. I'm kind of curious if we pop over to signal strength and do Verizon and just do that heat map. Huh. Speed test. Yeah, it does look like this is a weaker zone. If we go ahead and pop over to AT&T, we're looking back on average. I mean, it just looks, it's pretty blue. It's pretty blue. And again, that coverage, signal strength back to AT&T seems really good. I think you're fine on AT&T. I'd probably lean AT&T or T-Mobile, I guess, based on the data that I'm seeing. But I think AT&T is going to be great, so Darkstar is going to be great. Here's the thing. Insane for Danity Kane 3. Forgive me if I mispronounced any of that, by the way. Does priority data matter? I think it can depend a lot based on location and time of day. And the truth is, there's no way to really know. So if I'm in your shoes, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign up for US Mobile. They actually just paused their deal on the plan I recommend. So I suggest you wait a couple of days until the deal comes back, all right? And it will be coming back because of the leaked document that I shared before. We know that the promo is coming back. Unlimited starter. This is going to drop down to $16.60 a month for the annual version. Actually, as I'm thinking about that right now, I don't know if you can switch to that as an existing customer. So I'm like, I want to give you the best deal, but I also want to make sure you have a good experience. I would say if I'm in your shoes, maybe I just say, screw the deal. I'm still going to save money. I would start with unlimited starter at $25 a month. And this will be month to month. And if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. I think US Mobile will let you upgrade the annual plans. I think you can upgrade from unlimited starter to unlimited premium, but I don't think you can downgrade. And I don't know what happens with any promotions. So that would be my hesitation, I guess. But still, $25 a month. Start with unlimited starter. This is deprioritized on AT&T, but it's giving you truly unlimited data, 20 gigs of hotspot, great experience. If it works and you're not noticing any slowdowns or any issues, just stick with unlimited starter. It's perfect. It meets your needs. Crazy affordable. You'll be saving, $300 a year? I would definitely consider starting with that. If you try unlimited starter and it is deprioritized and you're like, you know what? I'm driving home from work. I'm trying to stream some music on Spotify. It's buffering. It's not working for me. Or I don't know, walking around the city and it just feels a little slow. That's where I would consider upgrading to premium. But we were just looking at data for AT&T and look at these speeds. 417, 105, 342, 569. I think the likelihood you're going to notice issues with the network is going to be low. These speeds are so fast, everyone's going to get a usable connection. Priority data, deprioritized, I think everyone's going to be happy. So if I'm in your shoes, I'm starting with unlimited starter. If you wanted to, really pull the plunge, just wait for that promo to come back, and this will drop to $16.60 a month. That would be a crazy good deal, and potentially, kind of worth the risk. Again, I think you can upgrade if you want to, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, how everything plays out if you start on starter and you want to upgrade and how the promo credit carries over. We do know for a fact what the monthly rates are. 25 for starter, fantastic. And if you wanted premium, you could upgrade to that. And then even premium on the annual version, $32.50 for that regular price. That's still a fantastic deal. So I think that's what I would suggest. Unlimited starter on Darkstar. And if you wait a couple days, the promo will come back. So I hope that's helpful. Definitely let me know if you have any follow-ups. This is Tommy, that was a case of the Chrome extension being unintuitive is what I would say. So there's I have an extension to save websites as a PDF that you can't see. But anyway, that was the extension. So same thing could have happened on a PC as well. But that's probably my error. Oh, this is perfect. YouTube experiment, best unlimited AT&T single line. We're looking at it. I think it is US Mobile unlimited starter, hands down. I mean, we can do a full comparison here. We do have some new competitors in the field, some new entrants, if you will. Let's reset this. Lines, one line, coverage, AT&T, data, unlimited AT&T single line, perfect. Yeah, so if we just do this, US Mobile unlimited starter, this is what we were just looking at. Annual option drops the price down to $23 a month. The promo will come back in a couple days, $16.60 a month with code SUPER199, so keep that in mind. Both of these come with unlimited high-speed data, deprioritized like we were mentioning, 20 gigs of hotspot, 4K video, international, either an add-on or included with that annual plan. That is, in my opinion, this is one of the best. I think this is the best option for coverage on AT&T with unlimited data, especially at this price point. You could go Cricket, 100% valid. This is an annual plan. It's still deprioritized. No hotspot, though. That's a big bummer. And 480p video. I'd say mediocre international features. Big perk, you can add a watch line and a tablet line, though. So definitely worth Cricket if you are looking for those features. Red Pocket, brand new entrant into the space with their unlimited premium plan. I believe this is unlimited priority. I am trying to test this, but when I activated a line, their activation failed. So, TBD. 50 gigs at full speed, priority data, and then unlimited at 150 megabits per second. Now, 150 megabits per second is fast enough for everything. I don't even know why they bother imposing a speed cap such as that. But that's a fantastic option. If it is priority, that makes this plan very interesting and very competitive, worth looking into. Hotspot, I believe it's 10 gigs of hotspot and 4K video. Again, I really need to test this to double check and confirm. This is based off of my testing of the cheaper $10 3 gig plan, which has 4K video, but I don't know if it's different on the unlimited plan. Unfortunately, no watch, but great international features. Better international features than US Mobile at around a similar price. Although, if you go with US Mobile Unlimited Premium Annual, this is probably the fourth pick. $32.50 a month, tax and fees included. Again, going to be on sale $24.90 a month with code SUPER299. Now you're up to priority data, 200 gigs of hotspot, 4K video, and superb international features. So those are probably some of the best plans on the AT&T network available right now. If you have a family, right, that was a single line. If you got 4 lines, that's where you are going to want to start looking at Cricket, Cricket Select Unlimited, Cricket Unlimited Annual, Cricket Smart Unlimited, or Cricket Supreme Unlimited. Okay, those are going to be really good value. And this one, unlimited high speed, unlimited priority, 50 gigs hotspot, right? You get that watch and tablet line. Cricket, I think, can be a great option for families. So definitely worth keeping that in mind. Anyway, I hope that is helpful. We have another super chat coming in. Cynical 6107, is US Mobile Darkstar identical to AT&T Premium? You know, it turns out basically, yeah. I mean, so if we look at, where is this? US Mobile, all right, we're on 4 lines. That's why it's not showing up. Let's pop down to 1 line again. And we have US Mobile Unlimited Premium Darkstar. Here we go. This is the monthly version, regular price, $44 a month, still fantastic value. Unlimited high speed, unlimited priority. This is QCI 8 priority data, exact same that you get from a postpaid AT&T plan. You're also getting 200 gigs of high-speed hotspot. Worth noting that this is a tiered hotspot system, though. You're getting 100 gigs at full speeds, then 100 gigs at 8 megabits per second, and then you're slow to 600 kilobits per second. But basically 200 gigs of fully usable hotspot, 4K video, which is super nice, and then all of those international features included. Texting, calling, 20 gigs in Canada and Mexico, 20 gigs in 67 countries, and you're getting 200 minutes and 250 texts with that, which is super nice. What does AT&T's most premium plan include? Let's actually load more. AT&T's most premium plan, unlimited premium PL, $86 a month plus tax, unlimited high speed, same unlimited priority data, QCI 8, 60 gigs of hotspot, 4K video streaming, and then international texting is included. Calls are a paid add-on. Roaming in Canada and Mexico is free. International data, $12 per day. So I'll just let you kind of think about which plan that you would want, but those are the 2 plans there. Dang, here we go. Alexander, the text guy. I used 200 gigs of AT&T on Darkstar with US Mobile this month. No slowdowns, no warnings. Streamed a lot of music and video. There you go. Excuses. Who's the extension in the room with us now? Thankfully not. I should probably uninstall it. Best place to get an iPhone 16 unlocked. I think 2 great places to consider are going to be Back Market and Swappa. So let's go ahead and take a look at both just to make sure we can get you the best deal possible. If we do an iPhone 16 unlocked from Back Market, this is going to be excellent condition, $591, which happens to be cheaper than fair. So for some reason, that's fantastic. So $591 from Back Market. These are going through 25-point inspections, pretty good devices. If we go ahead and check out Swappa, another fantastic place to buy and sell gently used phones and devices, and we take a look at the iPhone 16, and we do iPhone 16 unlocked, bam. We're looking at fair, $590, $579, good 100% battery. I mean, let's just take a look at this one. What are we looking? What's the damage here? What's the damage? I mean, that actually looks good. It looks like there's either dust or some dings along the side. Hard to say. Oh, gross. And some very uncleaned cameras right there. Also looks like either some dust or some nicks along the back. I'm assuming some nicks. And let's see. The photos above are actual photos of the device you received. So very similar. If you want to spend time looking on Swappa, then you can definitely find one. Some of these, like here's 640 new, so that's pretty cool. I looked like Back Market's a very reasonable price though. Excellent condition for $591. And then you have the color options and the storage configurations. But yeah, I think it kind of depends. It's worth, thinking about what color you want, what storage size you want, and then kind of looking between back market and swap are probably the two best places. Yeah, it's true. Kick-ass Clone 75. You don't beat US Mobile on much of anything. Their pricing is so good right now. It is insane. It is insane. Hi, Stetson. Is QCI 9 on AT&T still usable, located in New York City? Yes, absolutely. I fully believe it is. I was using AT&T QCI 9 myself. It was really slow in Longmont. I'm not going to lie. I think that's more of like a AT&T and Longmont situation as opposed to QCI 9, because I have priority data now on AT&T, and I still think it's very, very slow. So yeah, totally depends on network. I think in New York City, you should be totally fine. Get an iPhone 16e on us from Total Wireless 5G Plus 3-month plan. Worth it. I mean, I think that is a good deal. I'm less likely to recommend, going with a plan that requires you to sign up for something like that. Like, I think it's better to buy it unlocked and then go with a plan of your choice. But we can crunch the numbers, right? This one's a little bit more nuanced. I don't even think it fits into my sheet, right? Because you're required to have the plan, but only for 3 months. So I guess it would just be like net device cost, right? Total Wireless 5G Plus. Let's see. What do we got here? $299. Actually, I'm seeing $299 here. Maybe I'm missing it, but what would this net cost be? $300 plus 3 months of 5G Plus phone plans. 5G Plus is 60. So 300 plus 60 times 3, which is going to be 180. Oops. Yeah, $480. All right, is what your net cost would be. $480. If we go ahead and go to Swappa and just do iPhone 16e. Oops, let's spell that correctly. Unlocked. It looks like you can grab some for like $414. I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off grabbing one gently used on Swappa. $414. What's back market? iPhone 16e. Unlocked. Excellent for $420. Yeah, that's totally a great price. I think you're better off grabbing one gently used and then just going with an even more affordable plan. That's what I would say. That's what I would go for. Then you don't have to deal with the hassle of switching. You don't have to deal with the hassle of getting an unlocked phone, waiting it for to unlock, hitting the 3-month requirement, all that stuff. That's my personal preference. Is a T-Mobile first responder worth it? First responder does give you a good discount on T-Mobile service. It kind of depends how many lines you have and how frequently you upgrade your phone. If you like to upgrade every single year or every 2 years, I think the first responder option will be a compelling value. I think for 1 or 2 lines and you're upgrading maybe once every 3 years, it's probably not going to be worth it. You'll save money by going with a prepaid carrier, is what I'd say. Stetson would be wearing your new Black Friday socks while watching Stranger Things marathon. I have been watching Stranger Things. I'm rewatching it from the beginning. So I have seen season 1 and now I'm on season 2. I've seen the first episode. So yeah, I've not ordered my socks yet though. So I need to get on that ASAP. And for those of you curious, someone previous stream asked, like, what do I buy on Black Friday? I actually did buy, I'm testing out a new office chair. This is Urban Miller Embody. Just outrageously expensive for an office chair, but they did have a promo. It was like 25% off or something. Figured I spend a lot of time sitting. I should see A, if it's comfortable, and B, if it's worth it. And the problem, like, you go to try out an office chair. This is a side tangent, but you go to try out an office chair, like in a showroom, and you kind of sit in it, and you can like lean back, and you're like, yeah, this is comfortable. But you're not in your like, I'm doing work posture. Like your I'm doing work posture is different from your I'm sitting in a chair to like test it out kind of thing. So I think, testing an office chair out at home is the best. They have a 30-day return policy or whatever. So that was my plan. Test it out, see if it's good. You want to take good care of the spine and the body. So there you go. I've got a sock thing. They are nice. Yeah, I'm kind of torn between this one, the Sail one. I haven't tried that. I was curious on that. And then an Aeron. I had an Aeron size C, and it was not comfortable for me. Like the plastic lip around the seat portion of the chair, I felt kind of hit my legs. Wasn't very comfortable. I'd be curious to try a size B. So we'll see. Do you recommend Boost Mobile? They have a $10 3-month Black Friday deal. Antonio, if you had asked me last year, I would have been super gung-ho on Boost. Candidly, I can't recommend them right now. I feel like $10 for 3 months, that's honestly, it's a great deal, but they're reselling AT&T service effectively at this point. You're getting AT&T coverage. And, if you want AT&T, I feel like you might as well start with the best. Like start with US Mobile and just get a great deal on that. So that's my take there. How does 3 lines on AT&T starter with the Pro Max 17 compare to going with US Mobile 67 deal and buying iPhones through Apple? Oh, Jeff, you are so lucky. We have the spreadsheet for you. How frequently are you upgrading? That's my question. I'm going to assume you upgrade every 3 years, okay? And this is the answer. This is the answer. Oop, this is blank because we scrolled down. So this is the spreadsheet. I'll throw it in the chat. I think I can just copy this. Cheapest way to upgrade your iPhone every 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. Let me just hide your comment for a minute so you can see the bottom. Again, 16 Pro Max, 15 Pro Max, 14 Pro Max. How many lines? 3 lines on starter. Let's say you've got 3 lines on starter and you're upgrading every 3 years. So here we go. 3 lines on starter, upgrading every 3 years. This does not factor in US Mobile's promotion, but you can see that we have AT&T, or excuse me, we have an Apple trade-in with a $25 plan. So this is effectively the exact cost difference. 3 lines on unlimited starter SL, honestly a great value. If you upgrade every 3 years, about $640 per line per year. If you do Apple, that'll be, so this would be trading in through Apple and then getting any plan $25 or less. Thankfully, US Mobile's plans are $25 or less. That'd be the unlimited starter one. And this is actually cheaper. Let's, should I make a new column here? We're not using this one. Let's go ahead and drag this over, because I'm kind of curious. So we have the cost per year, and we have to multiply this by 3 lines, and then we have to multiply it by the 3 years. So there we go. I guess we can autofill that. What is the actual savings? So the actual savings over a 3-year period, doing the US Mobile route, it's $700 cheaper over a 3-year period. It'd be a little bit more, even more than that, maybe $800, because you would have to pay the $35 activation fee per line when you upgrade. But that's, once every 3 years. So there you go. $5,000 versus $5,700. Kind of interesting to see that. Yeah, it really shows the power of, going with a prepaid carrier. You'd be getting a better plan, right? More hotspot data, same unlimited high-speed data. And you have options if you do the US Mobile promo. Again, their promo is coming back tomorrow for the AT&T network. You would save even more money. And if you do unlimited premium, well, you'd also save money. So yeah, there you go. It's not, $700. It's not nothing, but over the course of 3 years, it's also, maybe not the biggest difference, but hopefully that's helpful. Ferris, back again. Wondering what's the cheapest unlimited plan for 2 people? Is it cheaper to just get US Mobile Unlimited Star for 2 people? Yeah, for 2 lines, it is the most affordable to just get 2 individual unlimited plans, it turns out. And that is the case no matter how I do the math, no matter what I present. If we look at the iPhone upgrade thing and we do 2 lines, you can see literally trading in with Apple when you upgrade and getting any plan $25 or less is the most affordable. If you get any plan $45 or less, that is the second most affordable. And this is compared to doing all of the trade-in deals from all of the carriers for an iPhone 17 Pro Max or upgrading to that Pro Max model iPhone. And I haven't done the math yet, but I assume it's going to be a very similar story for the base model iPhone and the iPhone Air, the regular Pro model. So yeah, just grab 2 unlimited plans that meet the needs of each line and upgrade through the manufacturer. And we saw Samsung has deals, Google has deals, so you can do that as well. Hey, Stetson, is Tello Mobile on your blacklist? Diana, fantastic question. Tello is actually an excellent MVNO, and we can, pull them up, give them a shout. They have great service, great website. I really like it. They haven't made the videos in a while because their unlimited plan is not a true unlimited plan. So if we do unlimited data, unlimited minutes and texts, you can see that the unlimited data plan only offers 50 gigs of high-speed data before 10 gigabytes of hotspot. Now, it is a good value at $25, but when you have a plan such as Mint Mobile, right, and they're doing their promo right now, so if we just shop plans, this is truly unlimited high-speed data on the T-Mobile network for $15 a month. 10 gigs of hotspot, also a great experience. And I mean, US Mobile is doing their insane deal right now too, with also truly unlimited data, right? So the 6-7 promotion, this is for 24 hours only on the T-Mobile network, $167 upfront for the year, unlimited high-speed data, 50 gigs of hotspot, and free roaming while abroad. Tello is good. I just feel like some of the other plans have been a little bit better. And that's, it's not that I dislike them. It's that I try and always recommend the best deal or best plan at the moment. And I think for a lot of use cases on the T-Mobile network, that's Metro, that's Mint Mobile, or that's US Mobile. So yeah, no dislike for Tello. Just it's very competitive on there. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, there we go. The free iPhone 16, it's only free if you verify your ID at checkout. So $195 unlimited or $165, 15 gigs and unlocks after 2 months. Yeah, I mean, I will say if you would like to go through the hassle of getting that promotion, it is a great deal, right? You saw the use prices we were looking at on Swappa and Back Market. These are great, but I mean, your offer is even better. And you could effectively subtract like $75 for the cost of the service, right? So, because you'd pay for service on another provider, right? So if you got, let's say you went with a $25 plan, maybe it's Visible, all right? You go with Visible for $25, you would spend $75 on service in addition to the $420 on the phone. With the promo that you're talking about, you would spend the $165 on the service and the phone. And so like if you subtract the $75 for the service, then you're really only spending like what, $80, $90 on the phone? That's really good. That's really good. Oh, this is brutal. Stetson, I'm having a hard time deciding between the US Mobile 167 plan or the Visible $225 annual plan. What would you go with? Assume I have excellent coverage on both Visible and Lightspeed. I think it really comes down to what features you're looking for. I mean, yeah, what features you're looking for and price, perhaps. Like, we can evaluate based on features, or we can just evaluate based on price. Like, if we're doing it based on price, US Mobile, only because it's cheaper. That's it. Actually, wait, hold up. I just thought of something that I think might make US Mobile the best option for you. And it's that you can do you get 50% off the multi-network add-on. So, oops, hang on one second. I went back. Do I buy it live on stream? I don't need another line. Here's the thing. You're looking at US Mobile. So you can do unlimited premium for $167, and then you can also do 50% off the multi-network add-on. So that'd be $167 plus $45 to the multi-network add-on. You're at $212 total for unlimited high speed on T-Mobile, and then 100 gigs of multi-network usage that you could do between Verizon and T-Mobile if you wanted to. So I think US Mobile is going to be the better move. You can get the same coverage if you wanted to with that multi-network add-on, and you'd still be spending less than you would with Visible. That said, Visible is a fantastic plan. I mean, if you want an Apple Watch, by all means, go with Visible. If you want unlimited hotspot data, by all means, go with Visible. Like if you're using over 50 gigs of hotspot. But outside of those, I mean, I'd probably just save money. So probably just save money. Let's see here. Visible plus Pro. I mean, yeah, fantastic value. Again, $18.75 a month for your first year, $38 a month after that. Unlimited priority, 15 megs, unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second, 4K video streaming. Smartwatch is included for free. This is a big perk, big reason to go with Visible. International texting, 500 minutes of calling, roaming in Canada and Mexico, 24 free international days per year. Phenomenal plan. And then only $18.75 a month for that first year. US Mobile unlimited premium. Gosh, light speed. Bam. $13.92 a month for 24 hours only. Just unreasonably good. Again, 50 gigs hotspot. Plenty for most people, but if you're using over that, go with Visible. 4K video. I would say probably better video streaming quality because Visible technically caps you at 1080p on 5G, but on US Mobile, you have to enable the 4K video streaming every month, which is a bit annoying. Visible, you toggle it on once, you're good to go. US Mobile Watch is not supported, but you can add it. You can throw a tablet. You can throw any US Mobile plan in a tablet, and you'll be good to go. So if you want a tablet line, I'd go US Mobile. And then international roaming is like probably some of the best in the business. International calling and texting included. 200 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and then 200 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigs in 197 countries. So just a fantastic option. And with the 50% off that multi-network add-on, yeah, hard to beat. I don't know if that was helpful at all. You're probably even more torn between them, but yeah. Is Telos month to month? Dang, $25 for the first 12 months. That's actually insane. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. If you want something month to month, Tello is the best option right now. I'll have to include them in a video. I'll eventually make a video. It'll be like December though, by the time I publish it. Black Friday out the window. I guess that's why we're doing the live stream, trying to help people out. Boom. Art Carp ported from Mint to US Mobile this morning. Went great. 15 minutes to process the port. Super happy. That's awesome. So happy to hear that. Hopefully you're saving money. Yeah. Seer 6961. There is no better option month to month. If you want something month to month, this is it. This is it. 100%. And that's so good. Gophers. Hi, Stetson, one more question. Do you think AT&T will invest more in C-band? Yeah, absolutely. I think they will. They'll continue building it out. How quickly will they build it out and how long will it take? I think that is perhaps more challenging to tell, but I think they will, 100%. Yeah, it is true. Kick-ass Clone 75. With how easy it is to jump carriers, the annual deals are just nuts to get you to stay for at least a year. I mean, the crazy thing is Black Friday today. Hop on an annual plan today. Literally in 12 months, it'll be Black Friday 2026, and you can just hop on another deal then. So just like bounce back and forth. The carriers will hate you for that, but you will probably save a good amount of money. Ooh, I have a Visible Plus Pro for $35, and wife is on Total by Verizon with Total 5G Plus Unlimited for $30. We have the iPhone 13 Pro Max and want to upgrade to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. What is the best option? Omar, you are in luck. I have the answer for you. So it turns out I built a spreadsheet to compare upgrade options, and I'm just going to hide your comments so you can see. So this is upgrading every 3 years with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Sounds like you have the iPhone 13 Pro Max and you have 2 lines. So let's go over here, group by lines, and we'll do 2 lines. And you can see trading in directly to Apple and going with any plan that is $45 per month or less will be your 2 most affordable options, upgrading every 4 years. And honestly, today, so the move is to trade in through Apple, right? Just go to Apple's website and shop iPhone 17 Pro, buy, and just go ahead, configure everything like you want. Would you say the Pro or the Pro Max? Let me check this. 17 Pro Max. Great. So grab your 17 Pro Max here, pick your color. Orange is pretty popular. If I were to pick again, I think I probably would pick white. I guess I like the blue, but the white is like classy. You know, it's a little bit cleaner. So worth considering. Or you can go Cosmic Orange. That's been a standout. 256 gig is probably plenty for me. Go ahead and do your trade-in. Select your iPhone 13 Pro Max, $300 off, which is honestly insane. Good condition. If you want to buy it outright, you have the option to do that. If you want to finance it, you can go ahead and finance it. And your 2 options are either doing Apple Card or just do this iPhone payments thing. Both of these should work perfectly fine. If you do one of these, let's say you do the iPhone payments because you don't have the Apple Card, all you're going to want to do here is select the T-Mobile model. This is going to ship unlocked out of the box. And if you restore your phone from your previous phone, you shouldn't see any prompt to enter your T-Mobile information. But if you do see a prompt to enter your T-Mobile information, you can just leave it blank and tap like continue, like skip, and you'll be able to go through. I did a video on it, and there you go. No Apple Care, and you're good to go. Deliver it tomorrow. Jeez. Man, something about just like I could get a new iPhone tomorrow. I literally have this phone right here, and I'm like, I want it. I think that just shows how my brain is wired for consumerism. That's a me problem. But there you go. Oh, yeah. Nexus Osiris. I feel like I said that wrong. Osiris? Nexus. I'm going to call you Nexus. Guys, it turns out Coverage Map supports Puerto Rico. The map is there. Your map is live. So check this out. I've seen a lot of confusion on this, and so I'm thankful you asked. Let's go to map.coveragemap.com. Bam. Puerto Rico. So you might notice if you zoom out, Puerto Rico is empty. Hang on, where is it? Puerto Rico. Here we go. Fabulous site. You're like, why is there nothing in Puerto Rico? Where is Puerto Rico? Are you guys going to support Puerto Rico? Check it out. You click the American flag icon. Search for a country. Puerto Rico. Bam. Puerto Rico is live. This is Claro. You can see we have fewer Claro tests. If we do Liberty, also very few. T-Mobile, everywhere. Everywhere. And this, yeah, so if you're contributing Nexus, everything is live. Everything shows up. You're probably on the Puerto Rico leaderboard, actually. If we do leaderboard, Puerto Rico. I don't know if you have your username, kgrov22, but there we go. We got some people there. Yearly. Cinco 5, Colin. Maybe you're on here. You're on the leaderboard. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's in Puerto Rico and contributing. It's getting filled in, and you can see it in real time. Now, the minor caveat I will say, so we have Puerto Rico for the speed test map. You have to click the flag to switch over, okay? Puerto Rico for the signal strength map, you don't have to do anything. We just have it. It's just there. And we have T-Mobile. Of course, Verizon doesn't have anything. Boost doesn't have anything. AT&T doesn't have anything. So we got T-Mobile. And then, do we have Claro in here? Maybe we don't. I guess we don't have some of the regional options there, but just T-Mobile. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, check it out. Claro is there. It's epic. Yeah, it's all T-Mobile. It's so true. It turns out, Steve, we do not have coverage in Siberia right now. We are in Puerto Rico, the United States, Canada, and the UK. So those are our locations. I have an admin account, so I can see all the countries, but these aren't actually live yet. Unfortunately. Holy smokes. Just bought the US mobile plan because of you. You saved me $800. That is insane. That is actually insane. I'm going to screenshot that. That is absolutely nuts. That's my surprised face. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. You guys are awesome. It turns out I kind of didn't eat dinner tonight and also want to watch Stranger Things. Can you blame the kid? I don't think so. So I'm going to call it here. Let me make sure you have all the resources you need. So this is going to be the deal spreadsheet. Crunch the numbers. Figure out. I'm saying in a super chat. $8. Thank you so much. Wait, did I miss any? Hopefully not. Yeah, I think so. I think we got them all. Perfect. That is a spreadsheet for comparing deals. Do the math out. Use that as a template or a starting point. This is the upgrade your iPhone every 3 years. Again, I want to do this for the regular iPhone as well, but for now, this is just the Pro Max. It is the most popular one, so that's why I did it. But yeah, either way, that was the live stream on best Black Friday deals. Hopefully you guys got some excellent deals. You know, don't miss the promotions. All right, if you made it this far, I will give you a sneak preview. I heard that US Mobile actually will be extending their Black Friday promo through this weekend. So if you are feeling on the fence or hesitant or you need more time to think about it, don't worry. This will be here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. So you'll have plenty of time to think on that. And yeah, hopefully, let's go. The last episode is a cliffhanger. Dang. Season 3. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm on season 2. I got to watch the next episode. Maybe I'll grab some food and dive in. But all right. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're interested in supporting what I do, please consider using my affiliate links in the video description. They basically earn me commission on any plan you choose to sign up for at no extra cost to you. And I appreciate that because it lets me buy expensive office chairs, my Black Friday socks, and review cell phone service and do some awesome things for you guys. So yeah, I think that's it. Vazan King, W Stream. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome Friday and a wonderful weekend. And you know it, I will see you in just a few days on Monday. All right. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome weekend.